I am sick. For decades, people have thought that the Beastmaster was a hero. I'm going to prove in this video that he was pure evil. He would even argue with the Dungeon Master that he deserved full Armor Class 6 benefits from his leather loincloth.
Alright, so most old schoolers know and appreciate the Beastmaster with Marc Singer from 1982, I believe it was. And that was during a time D&D was fairly new, and it inspired a lot of fantasy movies from back in the day. That was the genre to be in. And it made a lot of money. Conan the Barbarian came out and was a big success with Schwarzenegger. Some of the other movies, though, from the genre didn't pump as much money or look as polished as Conan did, but that's okay. They were still really good stories, Beastmaster being among them. Now, the first scene we're going to look at here doesn't necessarily prove that Beastmaster was evil, but it does go to show that the director of Beastmaster wanted to mess with us. So, check this out. So here's these hot chicks, super hot chicks, seething around the cauldron, right? Seething around the cauldron, gyrating and being all sexy and voluptuous. And then this happens.
I must know.
I must know. Mood killer. Mood killer. I'm still scarred today. Check this out. I'm going to submit this as my first piece of evidence that Dar is evil. There's young Dar.
Show me.
Show me. Ah, there's some poor guy minding his own business, trying to tend to his crops.
You old fool!
Oh yeah, real funny. Real funny. You guys are going to eat good because this guy is out in his field plowing. I would just like to take a moment to point out that Villager 1, we'll call him, during this scene, is attacked and killed by a wild bear while he's climbing the tree trying to get his hat or his coif. And so I mean that's just horrible. So now this man's family, they're going to starve. They're going to starve. Harvest time will come. They won't have their fields tended to. And it's also because Dar and his stepdad had a cheap laugh at this poor guy's expense. Evil. Evil. Okay, our second piece of evidence was that Dar was not only a perv and was spying on these naked chicks, minding their own business, but he coerces, steals a kiss from one of them. Clearly a sexual assault is about to take place. So, my second piece of proof right here. Okay, so there he is. Kodo, or Podo, I can't tell them apart, steals her clothes. She throws on a towel, goes running. Oh boy, look at me, hopping. A hot little redhead, by the way. And so, here we go. Okay, now here's the big joke. Here's where he takes advantage of this poor girl. Okay, so as far as she knows, she's not there.
Don't move. The beast is fierce.
The beast is fierce, what's that supposed to mean?
But if we show no fear, we might escape.
Of course he has this thing trained. She doesn't know that. Well, Marc Singer sure is cut. Proud of himself.
You've just got to show them who's in command. You owe me your life. You owe me your life. But I'll accept this as payment.
There you go. A sexual assault. Evil. Evil. No. It's leading up to my next piece of proof. However, this is kind of neat. This did kind of inspire DMs and players all over to play out and to recognize that between adventures, their characters were assumed to be practicing physical development, wielding swords, you know, things like this. So he's getting his skill down, he's working out his muscles. This is assumed. So that was a nice touch. That was a nice touch. Number 3, my third piece of evidence that I'd like to submit to you that Dar is evil. So he's swinging this club around. Here comes this bird. And now he's got bloodlust in his mind. Now he's going to pull out the sword. Yeah, who needs a stick? This poor bird. Yeah, see? Looks at the bird, looks at the sword. He's intimidating the bird! PETA. What's the number for PETA? Does anybody know? By the way, the world knows that PETA hates Beastmaster. It's a fact. You can look that up, you can Google that. Now he's intimidating the fish. Alright, this next piece is really disturbing. I should have mentioned this first, but I was saving the most disturbing, the most horrific piece of evidence for last. Knocks on the old man's door late at night.
I have something for you.
He says, I have something for you. And look at this. Unbelievable. He stuffs kids into bags. He's evil. He stuffs children into burlap sacks. Mayax.